A shocking elimination on this week's Dancing with the Stars. Hey everyone, this is Hippaberry and welcome back to Shared News. This week on Dancing with the Stars, the theme was music videos. Paula Abdul joined the show as a guest judge as she has a reputable career in dance. First up to perform was Lele Pons. Lele says the competition is getting smaller. This week they are dancing the salsa to Whenever, Wherever by Shakira. Lele says she has met Shakira a couple of times and expressed how important she is. Lele says there will never be another Shakira. She wants to give people something they have never seen before. Lele definitely shows off her hips and they do not lie during her dance. Derek says she had great isolation, however, her lifts need to be better controlled. Paula says she was wickedly seductive. She tells her to be lighter on her feet. Bruno calls her a South American bombshell and knows how to work it. Carrie-Anne surprisingly says she was on fire and worked the entire crowd. Before getting their scores, Lele got emotional and told Julianne that it was nice to get that feedback. Carrie-Anne gives her a 9 and the rest are 8s, which gives Lele a total of 33 out of 40. Ariana was second to perform. Regarding last week's performance, Carrie-Anne said Ariana could win, and that is the coolest thing she heard. They are dancing the cha-cha to Britney's I'm a Slave for You. Ariana says Britney inspired her to perform on stage. It's a huge reason why she is here today. The music video is hot, sexy, and sweaty. They rehearsed with backup dancers and Ariana saw the iconic choreography come to life. During the performance, Ariana dressed just like Britney from the wet hair to the dark makeup. She had it down. Paula says Ariana was dazzling mix of finesse and fury and she channeled Britney. She matched the pros step by step. Bruno says she was a bad girl and he loved it. No snake was needed. Carrie-Anne thought Ariana was Britney for a second. Derek says she was fantastic. Before they got their scores, Ariana tells Julianne she has been practicing that I'm a Slave for You choreography since 2001. So she definitely lived her pop star Britney Spears dreams tonight. At some point, she was teaching Pasha the music video choreography. Paula gave a 10, which gets them a score of 37 out of 40. Next up is our boy Harry Jowsey. Last week wasn't the best score, but he says they improved. It was super encouraging and they had so much fun. This week they are dancing jazz to It's Gonna Be Me by NSYNC. Harry says being in a boy band was a dream of his. Lance Bass joins the rehearsal as a surprise and gives Harry the advice by saying he needs to get out of his head. For the performance, Harry is dressed as Justin Timberlake from the music video. The trend continued with lots of lifts, but per usual, the technique was unfortunately not there. Bruno says Harry was not in sync with the professional dancers. No pun intended. Carrie-Anne says he needs to commit to his character and without professional dancers, his dancing was not good. Derek says the performance was fun, but would like to see more connection with the steps. Paula said she admires his spirit and vulnerability, which makes the audience fall in love with him. Before Harry got his scores, Harry told Julianne it was fun and his best dance this week. Harry gets 6s across the board with a total of 24 out of 40. The audience was booing, and Harry said it was tough, but it's part of the show. Next up is one of my favorites, Jason Mraz. Jason says last week's dance was physically challenging and calls it the Olympics of dance. They are dancing jazz to Take On Me. Daniela sprained her ankle last week, so Coco stepped in for rehearsals. Jason still feels banged up from the contemporary dance last week and says Daniela is tougher from the sidelines. Carrie-Anne says she was a bit underwhelmed by the performance and says it felt small. Derek says it was a dance style for earlier in the season, but says Jason still has potential to go far. Paula says he transformed into a beautiful, wonderful dancer. Bruno says he perfectly translated the music video and loved the jazz elements. Before the scores, Jason told Julianne he hopes he proved the people wrong that thought he could not dance. Paula gave Jason his first 10 and they received a score of 35 out of 40. Allison Hannigan got her first 8 from Bruno last week. She's working super hard, and it's nice that the judges can see that. They are dancing the quick step to Christina Aguilera's Candyman. She saw Christina in concert and said that she had energy and the room went crazy for her. The quick step requires a lot of energy and stamina. Allison is excited to try and not have a heart attack. She's going to work hard to not miss one step and stay in this competition. Allison dressed as one of the 3 Christina Aguileras. It was a lot of nostalgia with the costumes. Derek says it was her best dance yet. He says she was spot on and she glided across the floor. Paula says she trumped beautifully. Bruno says it was a proper quick step. Carrie-Anne says it was her best dance and it was magical. At the end, Allison said blondes have more fun. Before their scores, Julianne told Allison that she did not miss a step. Allison said she wants to pinch herself but doesn't want to wake up. They get a total score of 33 out of 40. She got her first 9 and says she is so happy and relieved. Now, last week, Xochitl Gomez says the 10 felt really good and they also had won the dance marathon. She says she has to continue doing her best each week. They are dancing Jazz to Holla Back Girl by Gwen Stefani. Xochitl says she loves Gwen's personality and says Gwen does it larger than life and needs to bring that to the performance. Xochitl dressed identical to Gwen Stefani in the music video with the platinum blonde hair, the beanie, down to the crop top. Near the end of the performance, Xochitl's band hat fell off her head, which caused her to get off sync for a quick second. Paula said Xochitl exudes joy and she captured Gwen's mannerism. Bruno said she is so charismatic and wasn't as tight per usual. Carrie-Anne says Xochitl came back from the mistake, and Derek says there was a bit of a disconnect between the dance and the music. Xochitl told Julianne she was bummed about the hat moment and said things happen for a reason. She got a score of 34 out of 40. Last week, Charity Lawson was not happy with an 8, but she felt proud of what she did. This week, they are dancing Jazz to All For You by Janet Jackson. Charity says because she is dancing next to the female pros, she needs to step it up. Charity wants to get the best scores for herself this season. Bruno says it was hard to take on Janet, but Charity should be proud. Carrie-Anne says she wants to see Charity mean it more with her moves. Derek also asked for more energy during the routine. Paula says she has choreographed with Janet before and says Janet is fearless and relentless. She tells Charity to channel her power more and can be a frontrunner. Charity gets 8 across the board for a total of 32 out of 40. Last but not least to perform is Barry Williams. Last week, Barry says he didn't want to see points go down, but he is proud he got this far. They are dancing the quick step to Elton John's I Am Still Standing. And fun fact, Bruno was in the music video, so it might add extra pressure for Barry. This is a tough routine because it is a fast one. Barry says he is not ready to go home. Carrie-Anne says Barry is still standing and smiling. He is smooth and classy. Derek says there was a little mistake, but his frame was correct the whole time. Paula says it's a joy and delight to watch him. Bruno says there were a few mistakes, but his performances are always there for us to enjoy. Barry got 7 across the board with a total of 28 out of 40. Because Ariana and Pasha received the highest score, they will not have to perform in next week's dance-off. Now, there is a team dance where the couples will try for the chance to earn bonus points. The first to perform is Team Youngin Style, which consists of Harry as a team captain, Lele, Charity, and Xochitl. They dance to the song Gangnam Style. The performance was filled with energy and the crowd was going wild. Derek jumped on the judge's desk and cheered for Harry. Paula says it was Harry's best performance and it was nothing but joy. Bruno says everyone was on it. Carrie-Anne said people from the top and bottom of the leaderboard came together, which showed teamwork. They got a perfect score of 40 out of 40, which was the season's first. The second team was named Team for Everybody, and they danced to Everybody by the Backstreet Boys. The team consisted of Barry, Ariana, Jason, and Allison. During rehearsal, AJ McLean joined, and Ariana completely freaked out. AJ watches them dance and gave them a 2 thumbs up. The dance was fun but passionate. Carrie-Anne says Allison is the MVP of the dance. However, she thought this team wasn't as clean and in sync. Derek says there were moments where they were cleaner than the other team. Paula says it was well done. And finally, Bruno said it was another great number. they got a total of 37 out of 40. Now, those scores will be added on their individual scores, which still leaves Ariana at the top and Harry at the bottom. Now comes time for the elimination. The bottom 3 narrowed down to Lele, Charity, and Barry, who, by the way, were all not the lowest scores of the night. Lele is unfortunately the one sent home. This was a shock. Lele says she is grateful for everything and says everyone is the best. Her partner Brandon says it burns and doesn't think Lele should have been sent home tonight as she was getting better. I absolutely agree. Such a disappointment, and it honestly winds down to the question if this is a show about dancing or a popularity contest. I am still surprised that Harry is here. He has not been improving, and for Lele to go home instead was not right. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm sure you all have thoughts. Who was your favorite dance, and did Lele deserve to go home? Lastly, please make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss out on any news updates. I'm your host, Hiba Berry. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.